Okay, so let's begin talking about the first application, which is Chrome. So, Chrome is a cross platform web browser developed by Google, meaning to say, whatever device that you are using, so long as, let's say, you are using Apple products, you will be able to make use still of the Chrome browser there, or your computer is, let's say, a PC platform, then you will also be able to use the Chrome browser. There are skills that are very important for us to know in order for us to get the tasks that will be given in the examination in the GEC level 1. However, if you are joining tonight because you just want to learn the applications, then I hope these skills that I am going to mention or that I'm going to demonstrate will really be able to help you in your work. Okay. So I know that there are some who are still hesitant to take the GEC level 1. But I hope through this demonstration, through this activities that I am going to give you, you will be encouraged. So here are the 6 skills that I am going to share with you tonight. You should be able to sign in. You should know what is an Omnibox, how to search using Google. You also have to know how to bookmark a page, create a folder in order to collect the different bookmark sites, and then create or install a Chrome extension from which you're going to download from Chrome Web Store. So if those things are new to you, please stay tuned because I am going to discuss them. And then, of course, the incognito window. So incognito window is, I think, your ability to use that will be very helpful when you take the exam, because the instruction will include you using incognito window to avoid mix up with other personal accounts that you might have used in your browser. So let me just check the comment section or the live chat. Okay, thank you very much. Again, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to write it in the live chat. I will go back here once in a while to be able to acknowledge your questions and answer them right away. Let's begin with signing in. Um, I was saying earlier, when you log in, for example, in Gmail, because you're, let's say, going to send an email, even if you just log in Gmail, you will be automatically logged in your other Google applications. So that's what we mean by unified login system. Um, if you are logged in also, you will be able to sync your browsing history, bookmarks, passwords, applications, and extensions that you have installed in your browser, in your computer, and that will be visible to your other devices like tablets and smartphones. So there. How do you turn on the sync? You just simply go to the upper right corner. You will see there the profile picture, and then you just simply click the turn on sync and follow the on-screen instructions. So let's go to the next slide. Um, we should also know what is an omnibox. Basically, an omnibox is the technical term for the address bar in Google, in the Chrome browser. So as you can see here, this is the Omnibox. If I'm going to move at the top, this is the Omnibox. So this is where we are putting in the address bar. In short, it's just like the traditional address bar. So what can we do in the Omnibox? We have several functions of the Omnibox, and they are used to search, to compute, to open Google applications, to define, and then to convert. So let me start demonstrating how to search. So let's say, for example, here we can use it as a search engine. So I opened a new tab, and let's say I would like to look for Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day. So as you can see earlier, I just typed in there the keywords, and when I hit enter, the results came out. Okay, so you also have correction there. So that's one of the uses of the Omnibox. Another use is to convert. So let's say, for example, 1 liter to milliliter. So as you can see, the result is already there, which is 1000 ml. And we can also use it to define, let's say, define victory. Okay. So when we hit enter, you will be able to see there the definition in the dictionary. So victory is defined that way. We can also use it as, let's go back there, open Google applications. So later, I am going to share with you how we open Google applications, what are their URL. So let's say, for example, um, calendar. So we can go to calendar.google.com. So we use the Omnibox to put uh, the application name of the Google app. Okay, the URL of that. So there, it's calendar.google.com for calendar. More URL of the different applications will be discussed as we continue our training. Okay, so moving on, the search bar, let's say we go to google.com. Basically, the search bar is this one. Okay, so this is where we put the keywords, and when we hit enter, the result will appear. So let's say we would like to know about, going back to what I searched earlier, Valentine's Day, and then what I would like to show or to get are pictures. So at the bottom of the toolbar or of the search box, you will see these options. Okay, so we just have to click the images to see the images results. And then on the right side, you will be able to see tools. Maybe in the examination, you will be asked to filter what you are searching, like the size, color, type, time, and maybe usage rights. So let's say it is asking you to look for Creative Commons licenses. So you just basically select it. So there. So meaning to say what you are viewing right now are the pictures with Creative Commons licenses. So that's how simple we change the filter for the search results of Google search engine. Moving on to our next slide, let's talk about bookmark. So bookmark is just basically a saved shortcut that directs to a specific web page. So let's say, for example, I would like to look for the school that I am working at. So that's pats.edu.ph. And I would like to bookmark or add to favorites this particular website. So how am I going to do that? So on the right side, you will be able to see there a star icon, which represents bookmark this tab. So when you click that, these two options will appear. The goal is to add it as a bookmark. So we are going to select add bookmark. And then it's up to us what name we are going to put, but I will leave it as is, and I'll make sure that it's in the bookmarks bar. And then after that, click the done button. Now, as you can see, it doesn't show anything here. It's because the bookmarks bar is hidden. So let's check how we are going to unhide that, or how are we going to show that. Let's take a look at the three dot options here, which serves as the more options, and you can find their bookmarks. So let's just simply select the show bookmarks bar. And as you can see, the bookmarked website is already there. Okay, so let me demonstrate another bookmarking. So let's say I would like to go to my website. So that's sites.google.com/view/Victor Nilo. Okay, and then let's say I would like to bookmark this. I'll just simply hit or click the star icon, and then automatic, or I have to select either add bookmark or add to reading list. By the way, if it's add to reading list, it's like you would like to save it for future readings. Okay, and it will be sent on this portion. Okay, again, I would like to bookmark it, so I'll just simply click that and add bookmark. So here, if it's the name that I would like to show on the bookmarks bar, so I'll retain that as is. So click the done button once done. So as you can see, these are the created bookmarks that are now showing on my bookmarks bar. So let me close those two tabs and then observe what will happen if I'm going to select this. So I'll just simply click that, and you will notice that it's like a shortcut for the website that I would like to go to. Okay? So that's for bookmark. Here's a tip. You can add folder in bookmarks bar to organize your bookmarks. So let's say, for example, I would like to put this two in a folder. How are we going to do that? So on the bookmarks bar, which is this one, simply right click. So on your mouse, right click, and then you will see there add folder. So folder. And then those two websites are now under one folder. I hope you were able to follow that. If you feel like I am going too fast, you can write some questions that you would like, question on our live chat, or you can just replay this video later after we finish the training. Okay, so let's continue to the next slide. We are now going to talk about Chrome Web Store. So Chrome Web Store is Google's online store for its Chrome web browser. So let's say, for example, you are already working in Google Docs, Google Sheets, and then Google Slides, and you feel like there's a function that is missing. Maybe you can find that function in the Chrome Web Store. Okay? Um, and maybe in the examination, you will be required to look for a specific um, extension and then install it in your Chrome browser. So it's important also that we know how to do that. So let me demonstrate how we go to our Chrome Web Store. So I'll close this first and I open a new tab. And then here I am going to type in Chrome Web Store. And then I'll hit enter. See here we have the first option in the result, and when we click that, we will be directed to the Chrome Web Store. So here, this is where we are going to download the extension and install it to our browser. So let's say, for example, you are asked to download an extension called Momentum. So you just simply type that here, Momentum, and then hit enter, and then the results will appear on the right side. And then let's say this is the one that I would like to install. I'll simply click that, and then on the right side there's a button which is add to Chrome. So click that and then select add extension. It will download the files needed for the installation, and you will be notified that it's already installed and you can use it. So let's say, for example, this one, the Momentum extension has changed the appearance of the tab. And if I would like to keep it, so that's it. So let's say that's Victor, and then I'll type in my email address. Okay, so you just continue with the instruction or with the steps required on your screen. So there, that's how we basically install the Chrome extension. Now, what if you would like to uninstall it? So as you can see, when we go back to the Chrome Web Store, it doesn't show the previous button, which is add to Chrome. Now it shows remove from Chrome. So in order to remove that from Chrome, simply click that and just confirm that you would like to remove, and automatically it will perform the uninstallation of the Chrome extension. So there. Again, that's for Chrome Web Store. Anyway, if that will be given in your exam, if that's part of the questions, you are going to see also the name of the extension that you are going to look for, and then, or you're going to search, and you just simply follow the instruction on how to install the one that I just demonstrated, and then that's it. You will be able to get that part in the exam, okay, if that's one of the scenarios. Now, moving on to the next, which is incognito window. So, what I can recall is when I took the exam, one of the tips is to make use of incognito window, primarily because there's always a chance that you mix up with other accounts when you are using your personal browser. I mean the normal browser. Okay, so I suggest also to use incognito window. So to open incognito window, you just go to the upper right corner. You will see there the three dot symbol. Click that. That serves as your more options, and then you will find their new incognito window. So simply click that, and then here, this is already the so-called incognito window. So when you are required to log in an account, for example, you just make use of the sign in button here and then type in your credential. Okay. So the confirmation email that will be given to you after you register, let's say you are ready and confident to take the exam, the confirmation email will give you the instructions on how you are going to start the exam. Okay, so if that will be part of the exam, then I suggest that you make use of incognito window to sign in the credentials that will be given to you. Okay. Okay, moving on to the next. Oh, by the way, this is now our challenge. Now, you will notice that my material has links. Therefore, I have to also give you the material. Okay, I am going to show in our live chat. Uh, no. I will show using the banner. Okay, I'll click the banners here and there. You go to bit.ly /GW part 1 to get a copy of the presenter's file. So if you would like to have a copy of what I am presenting right now, and you would like to use it as your review material, and then you would like to really perform the challenges, so that's where you are going to go. Okay. I will also put the link in our in our live chat. So there. So for you to just simply click the link, I hope everyone can see that in the live chat. Okay. So that's bit.ly /GW part 1. Okay, thank you. Moving on to our next slide. Oh, by the way, I haven't seen any questions in the chat. But again, if you have any questions in any part of what I am discussing, I would like you to just make use of our live chat. Okay, going back to our slide, we'll skip the brain break. Let's proceed to the um, second application, which is Google Drive. So Google Drive allows us to store and share files online. These are the skills that I believe are very important as a beginner and someone who really wants to take the GEC level 1. They are the following. You should know how to launch. You should know how to create Google file from Google Drive, create folder from Google Drive. You should also know how to organize your files, and then how to upload files to your Google Drive. So basically, Google Drive is like a storage area, but you will be able to access it online. Okay. Next is how to convert. Let's say, for example, you have a notepad file and you need to open it in Google Docs. So I will also demonstrate that later. And then how to share the file. So let's begin on how to launch. So this is the instruction. I suggest that you use Google Apps Launcher. So Google Apps Launcher is basically the one at the upper right side of your screen, the 9 dots there. So let me show that to you by going to google.com. If you notice at the upper right side, there is this 9 dot symbol. So this is Google Apps Launcher. So simply click that and you will be able to see different applications of Google. So for example, we want to open Drive. So you just simply look for Google Drive symbol, which is this one. It has also a label, so you will not be lost in the menu. But just in case in your examination you weren't able to find that, it's missing. So what are you going to do? You have another way to open the Google Drive, and that is by going to drive.google.com. So I will try doing that. In the other tab, I'll type in drive.google.com. I'll hit enter, and as you can see, I am now on my Google Drive. Okay, so this is the home page of the Google Drive. So going back to our slide, the next part is how to create, um, let's say, new file and then new folder. So the instruction is to just simply click the new button. So where is that new button? So going back to my demonstration, at the upper left corner, you will see the new button. When you click that, you have folder, file upload, folder upload, and the different Google applications. So let's say you are asked to open Google Docs. Therefore, you just have to simply click this one for you to start creating your Google Docs file. To create a folder, you need to click the folder here. So let's say I would like to create a folder, and that is, let's say, GEC Level 1 um, participants. And then I'll click the create button. You will notice that it's now part of the space here. Okay, so we were able to successfully create a folder. Next, we also have to know how to organize. So let's say, for example, this is actually a new account. That's why it doesn't show files yet at the bottom of my folders. So let's try uh, um, creating a file. Okay. So again, we click the new button, and then I'll select Google Docs. And then don't worry, because if you still don't have idea of Google Docs, we are going to have a separate discussion just for Google Docs. Okay, so this is just me creating a file so that I will be able to demonstrate how we can organize the files in Google Drive. So let's say this is sample file here. I'll close that first. And then as you can see here at the bottom, we already have the sample file. Let's say, for example, you need to move this to other folders, to other folder. You just simply click and then drag it to that folder. Okay, so that's simple. Now it was moved to the classroom folder. Now, if I would like to move that to other folder, let's say outside of this current folder, you have to right click and select move to. Okay, so click move to, and this small window will appear. And then let's say I would like it to be on my main or the drive, in my drive. So I'll click the back symbol here, and you see there, that's my drive, and that's where I am going to move it. So there, when we go back to my drive, that file is again on the my drive. Okay, not in any folders. So there, that's how we organize the file. Next, how do we upload? So when we upload, you can actually make use uh, of the new button, and then you will see their file upload. Okay. When you click the file upload, you will be able to see um, a window where you are going to select the file. Okay. So there, that's how we are going to upload. Or going back to our presentation, there is another option, which is to drag and drop. So this is the drag and drop. So for example, that is from your desktop. While your Google Drive is open, you click your file and drag it to your Google Drive. So there. So that's drag and drop. Okay. So moving on, that's again how we upload. How about in converting the file? Let me try to upload here a text file. Okay, hold on. So that I will be able to show you how we are going to convert it to a Google file. So I'll just upload real quick uh, a new file. So let's say, mhm, let me look for a notepad file. So currently I am uploading this text file. So let's say, for example, I need to convert that to a Google Docs file. So you just simply right click and you will see there open with. So after selecting open with, you will have a suggestion of what is the most appropriate Google application. So obviously, since a text file, the application that will be suggested is the Google Docs. So simply click that, and you will notice that your text file, which was created using Notepad, will be converted to your Google Docs file. So again, to convert, just simply right click and then select open with, and then select which of the applications suggested by Google. Moving on, how do we share? So let's say, for example, we have other people who need to use the the folder or the file. So how are we going to do that? Let's say, for example, this classroom, I need to share this with another user. So simply right click and then select the share option, and you will be able to see these two separate pop up. Um, the first part is where you are going to put specific email address. So let's say, for example, I want to share it to my other personal account. After entering the email address, you will be able to see on the right side permission options. They are viewer, commenter, and editor. So I want, let's say, Victor Repatacodo to become an editor. So I'll just simply select that. I will be able to also notify him and send a message. Let's say, hi, help me edit this file. So for example, that's the message. And then I'll simply click the send button. The expectation is that person will receive an email that contains the link to the folder that was shared. Okay. Earlier, when I click the share option here, we also have the get link area. So the get link area, this is where you're going to get link that you would like to say share to your students. So let's say you don't know their specific email address. So you can just select the get link area or the get link, and then you will be able to see this. So right now it is restricted. So we have to click anyone with a link, and then um, what will be their permission? Is it viewer, commenter, or editor? So how are they going to access the file? What is their permission? So let's say I just want them to become a viewer because I don't want them to edit the content of the folder or of the file. So select viewer and then copy the link. And let's say you are asked to send it to your Gmail, then you open your Gmail and send the link there to your students. And then once you're done, just simply click the done button. Okay, so moving or going back to our presentation, again, for sharing, we have two options. We can directly share it to specific email addresses, and we can also get the link. For the permission types, we have viewer, commenter, and editor. Now, our next slide is about challenge. Um, I would like you, or I encourage you to participate in our challenge. I am more than willing to check your output. Again, I'll be waiting for it until April 26th. Okay. For the challenge in our Google Drive, I just want to see you uh, create a Drive folder titled My School Files and add a subfolder titled Grade Sheets. Share the subfolder with a colleague with edit rights to the folder. So if you were able to follow my my demo earlier, I'm sure you will be able to get this simple challenge. So, what's the instruction on how you're going to submit your evidences? You go back to slide number 3. So, I'll go back to slide number 3. So, again, you open app.payably.com, or you go there and then create an account, log in, and then use this code. And then click the view challenges. There you will be able to upload your screenshots or the links to your output. So that's for our Google Drive. We are almost done with our training this evening. We only have one more application left. Okay, so let's move on to the last application, which is Gmail. So Gmail is a free email service provided by Google. So what are the skills that we need to know for this application? So we have to know how to launch. Um, we have to also identify the content of the menu, um, how to start a message, to change the layout, add or create a label, and then search for an email, and then filter the email. So those are the skills that will be very essential for you to work on Gmail. So how do we launch Gmail? We have two options here. You can simply go to the Google Apps Launcher. So here, click that and then select Gmail. If it's not there, if you cannot see the Gmail icon, you can open a new tab and then type in gmail.com. So let's say, for example, I'll open a new tab and then type in gmail.com. Okay, so this is my personal account's email. Okay, this is its appearance. Now, we have to know next the content of our menu. So the menu can be seen on the left side, which can be minimized there and then view the full size of that. On the left side, you will be able to see compose button. You will also be able to see inbox, start, and other um, places that you can go to. And then you will also be able to see here meet, and then hangouts. Okay. But of course, you have an option to remove that by going to the settings. But I am not going to demonstrate it here. We just have to focus on the uh, the content of the menu. But just in case you would like to explore, you just go to the settings, and then um, you will be able to see all settings, and you can find the method or the option to remove other parts of your menu. Okay, so again, this is the menu of our Gmail. Moving on to the next, we should know how to start a message. So putting a star to a message is an easy task. So as you can see here, there's already one star. So we put a star on a message if, let's say, for example, that's a very important one. So let's say this is important. Okay, let's say this one. So I'll just simply click that, and as you can see, it's already starred. So all the starred messages will appear in the starred option here. So I'll click that. And as you can see on the right side, all of the starred messages appear. Let's go back to the inbox. There. So that's how we start. What about if we would like to remove it? We would like to remove the star. So you just have to click that again, and it's gone. Now, let's say, for example, there's a setting that needs to be changed as part of your tasks. What are you going to do? You have to simply go to the settings and then click see click see all settings button, and you will be able to see these different tabs. So you just have to explore uh, where could be the option or where could be the setting for the action required to happen. But let's say, for example, today let's just focus on general tab. And let's just change the appearance of the star. So let's scroll down to find the stars. So as you can see, we have here other settings like let's start from the top there. Like how many seconds um, before the message will be sent. So when we send an email in Gmail, you have an option to unsend it or to undo your action in a certain amount of time. So let's say you are asked to change that, then you go to general, then you will see their undo send. And let's say you would like to change it to 30 seconds. So that means you have 30 seconds before before the email is successfully sent. Okay, so 30 seconds waiting time. Let's say there is an attachment that you forgot to attach in an email. So even after you have pressed the send button, you can still unsend it within 30 seconds after you press the button. So let's say I'll make it 30 seconds. And then let's say for the stars, I would like to change its color. I don't want color yellow. I like, let's say, color violet. So I'll just drag that violet color star in the in use label. And then I'll remove the yellow by dragging it also towards the not in use. So there, I already have one. Um, let's say I would also like to put this warning, like a warning sign. So right now, I will be having two stars with different appearances. So in order for that to take effect, simply click the Save Changes that you will find at the bottom of the settings. So click that, and there you go. It will be refreshed. And when we go to our message, let's say I would like to star this, observe that it will now have a color violet um, or purple star. Now, what if we would like to show the exclamation mark star appearance that we have set earlier? So what you need to do is double click, let's say one, two. So right now, it now has um, the the appearance of the one that you would like to show. To remove that, just simply click that again. So that's how we change the appearance of the star. So moving back to our presentation file, what about the layouts? Let's say you would like to change the layout of what you are seeing in your Gmail home screen. So to do that, you can go to the settings again. So you see, if you would like to change something on our page, maybe the solution can be found on the settings. So right now, I'll just simply click the gear symbol here or the cog symbol, and then I can go to the see all settings, or if I would like to change the layout, it actually has quick settings. When you scroll down, you will be able to see density options. Like right now, I am using default. I can also change that to comfortable and then to compact. But I prefer default, so I'll select that. And then for the theme, you have other options there. Um, and then for the inbox type, let's select the view all there. So that's where you can find the other options when you select the view all. In the meantime, I'll cancel or I'll press the cancel button. Um, Here you will be able to see also what will appear in your inbox. I mean on this side, on this portion. As you can see here, we have six options. So you have default. Right now, what I'm using is default, which I can also customize. We can also show what is important first, meaning to say those emails with important signs. Okay, so there. Um, Unread first, those unread messages. So as you can see here, they are not read yet. Those that are starred, so there. And then we can also have the priority inbox in which you will be able to customize. Right now, it's showing important and unread, starred, and everything else. But of course, you can customize that. I'll select customize. And here, let's say what I would like to show first is the start messages. And then for the second one, I'll select unread. And then for the third one, I'll select, let's say, important. And then the other one is everything else. So let's go to the bottom part and click Save Changes. So as you can see, the one that appears first is the start, followed by unread, followed by important, and then followed by everything else. So that's again how we change um, the inbox type that we can see on the right side of our Gmail. Now, I would like to go back to default because that's how I would like to see my messages. There's actually another one which is multiple inboxes. For multiple inboxes, this is like you creating your own inboxes. So how you would like to um, appear it on your screen, and you can create your own like folders that will appear first, that are not inbox, starred, snoozed, and the rest. Um, there. So I'm not going to demonstrate that anymore because it's like more advanced feature. But you can explore that when you click customize. You will be able to see there the options that you are going to do or that you're going to fill so that you will be able to customize the content of your Gmail. I suggest we click the learn more here so that we will be able to know how this is going to be used. Okay. Now going back to our settings, at the bottom you will also see there other options. Okay, so it says here that reading pane is not available when multiple inboxes is turned on. So I will go back to the default so that we will be able to see the other options. So as you can see here, we have no split, right of inbox. So when we select this, what we expect is for the preview of your email to appear on the right side. So I'll select that. I need to reload. So let's just wait for it. So as you can see now, when I click this message, for example, the content of that message will appear on the right side. Okay. What if I would like to appear the message at the bottom of my uh, of this view? So I'll go back to the settings, and then at the bottom I'll select below inbox. So there, as you can see at the bottom, the content will appear. So there, right. But for me, I prefer no split because what I would like is when I click that, it will appear like this. And then when I want to go back to the list, I'll just simply click the back button. So there. So those are just an overview of the settings of Gmail. I hope that you're also going to practice in exploring that and explore that. So moving on to our next slide, this is how to create labels. So labels is like putting tags to our emails. Let's say, for example, right now I have not created any label. So what I can do is click the more option here, and then at the bottom I will be able to see create new label. So again, that's create new label, and then just simply click that for this one to appear. So I am going to type here, let's say, um, GEC level 1 participants as the label name, or yes, that's the name. Then I'll click create, and then um, let's say, for example, you would like to change its color. So you can also change the color of the label. Right now, it's gray, color gray. I will see this three dot option, which signifies more options. So I'll click that. And then you will be able to see their label color. So right now, I would like to change it to color, let's say this one, it's a red. So as you can see, it's now color red. Let's say I would like to put a label to one of these emails. Let's say this one. To put this or to put a tag or a label to this, just simply click that checkbox. Observe that when I click that, more options appeared at the top. So there you will be able to see labels. So simply click that, and then right now that is the label assigned to it. I would like it to be it or to have a label called GEC Level 1 Participants. So I'll click that, and then I'll select Apply. You can also select the updates there, so that you just have one tag for that email. So I'll click Apply. As you can see, it now has a red tag, okay, which is GEC Level 1 participants. Now, in one email, you can have multiple tags. Let's say, for example, you created another label. You can again assign this email with that particular label. Okay. We can also use label as, or we can use it to behave like a folder. Okay, so let's say for example, um, we we click this. Remember, we selected this, and then at the top you will be able to see move to. So when you click that, you will be able to move to labels that you have created. So when we select this, you see it's now gone here in our inbox. It means it went to our um, label, which is GEC level 1 participants. So right now, it's like the email was sent to a folder. It doesn't only have the tag, it was even sent to that tag, to serve like its folder. Okay, so basically that is the difference between these two options, which are labels and then move to. So again, when we say labels, we are just assigning tags, and when we say move to, it's as if we are moving it to a folder, that is also a behavior of your label. Okay, now, let's take a look at our presentation file. So if you were not able to follow that, you have two options. You can actually replay the video. I mean this video, or if you have an access to my file, you can just simply click this link for you to be able to watch a demo on how we can create labels, edit labels, and manage it. Okay, so let me just take a look at the comment section or live chat. Good. So again, on the screen right now, you see there the link to the file that I am using in my presentation. So moving on to the next, we should also know how to uh, search an email from Gmail. So here's the instruction. Um, you search an email by going to the search box, and if you need to filter, you will see a filter icon on the right side, and this additional options will appear. So let us demonstrate that. Let's say I would like to find email coming from, let's say, from this email address, victorrepatafordo@gmail.com. I'll simply hit enter, and after that you will see that I already have here different or several emails coming from the sender, victorrepatafordo@gmail.com. Now, if I would like to, let's say, um, um, create a filter, let's say the the emails that were sent by this email address or by this person, let's say I will automatically move it to GEC level 1 participant, or I will apply a label, which is the GEC level 1 participant. So how are we going to do that? Again, the objective is to apply a label. So I'll go to the filter icon, and then here I need to type in the email address. So that's the email address. If you need to supply information here, depending on your task, then you do so. But for now, let's just have the email address there. And then at the bottom, you see there, create filter. Simply select that, and these criteria will appear. So remember, our objective is to apply a label. So as you can see here, there is an option to apply the label. So I'll select that, and then we choose the label, which is GEC Level 1 participants. You also see here an option, a checkbox, which is telling us that there are three matching conversations with this email address. So we just simply click that if you would like to move or to um, also apply the GEC Level 1 participants label to those emails. So select, and then I'll click Create Filter. So as you can see, um, right now, oops, I forgot. I think I forgot uh, to indicate the name of the label. Okay. Oh, there you go. So it now appeared. So it just took a while to load. Okay. So as you can see, those emails coming from victoriapatacodo@gmail.com now has label called GEC Level 1 participants. So there. So when we go to this one, you will be able to see there those emails. Okay, and then when we go back to the inbox, you will be able to see immediately those emails coming from the person which I created the filter with, appeared here with the GEC Level 1 participants label. Okay, so let's go back to our presentation. That's how we create, or that's how we search, and that's how we create filter. Now we are done with the demonstration of the different skills. We are now going to have the challenge. So for the challenge, if you have the file, um, you click this to review managing labels and filters if you need to. And then these are the instructions of what you're going to do. You use the search bar in Gmail to find emails from someone important to you and add a star to those emails. So earlier, I already explained and demonstrated how to put stars. So you also have to demonstrate that in your challenge. Second is to create a label titled colleague and create a filter that automatically adds a star and put the created label to emails from that person. There. So if you are done with that, you simply take a screenshot and then send it to, or yes, use the Gameably app that I explained earlier in slide number 3. Okay, so the slide number 3 is this one. So that's where you're going to upload your evidences. And again, I am willing to wait for your upload up until August 26, 2021. So going back to our presentation, these are the next topics or applications that we are going to discuss. They are calendar, docs, and slides. So I hope you will still be able to join me on the second part of our 4-part training of the review for GEC Level 1. Okay, so if you have any questions, um, in the file that I shared, you will be able to see there a button. When you click that button, you will be directed to Google Forms. Here, you will be able to write your name, your question, and then if there's a need for a screenshot, simply click Add File button and then click the Submit button. So there. So if, let's say, for example, later you have questions and then you would like to ask me, just simply follow this instruction. Okay, so that actually ends my presentation. Let me just go back to our um, to the chat box. Okay, so I don't see any questions here. I suppose everyone was able to follow. The time is already, I see that it's 9:07 p.m. Thank you very much for joining me this evening. I hope, again, you will be able to join me next time. And you can also share that we are having this kind of training so that more teachers will be able to join us next time. So that's all. Again, thank you very much. Um, Good night, everyone.